So tell me about the structure of your organization. You're working with a variety of partnerships, right?
Safe Communities of Wright County is a nonprofit organization. When it started, it was really just a collaboration of people for 3 years. And when Safe Communities looked at the data, crash data that was happening and the impact that they were having early on, they decided that it was definitely worth taking that next step and forming a nonprofit. So we are a 501c3, and we are driven by a board of directors. We have a part-time executive director, and that's me. And all the rest of what we do is volunteer, including the board of directors is volunteer as well. And we are able to do what we do through the partnerships of many community agencies. The Wright County Sheriff's Office, the Buffalo, Annandale, and Howard Lake Police Departments, Public Health, the county attorney's office, the county court system, the highway department, Buffalo Hospital, Alina EMS. All of those entities are really important pieces, helping us to achieve our mission in reducing crashes so that our people in our communities are safer.
Pat, I think some people may be watching and really wishing they could do this type of thing in their own area, but they don't know how to make it self-sustaining.
Sure. When we started, the project started out with some grant funding, and as that funding dried up, like grant funding usually does, we approached some of the local community groups, and they made donations to help continue the program in their own communities. And as we saw that this was really going to be, our hope was that it was a long-term program in communities, that we needed to figure a way for it to be self-sustaining. And so what we did is we attached a fee for each student that participated, and we work with whoever it is that's putting on the driver's ed program. So some communities it's the school itself, some communities it's the driver's ed program, it might be a private driving school. So whoever it is that's really sponsoring and setting up the classes, we worked with them, and we charge a small per person fee, and then that's collected after each presentation. And it's enough that it allows for somebody to continue to coordinate that program and the incidentals that go along with it. We print a little handbook that every family gets to take home. And so it covers those kinds of expenses and the coordination of all of it.
So can you clarify again how the fees work with the parent meetings?
Sure. What we've done is partnered with whoever it is that's sponsoring the class. So if it's the community ed program or it's the school itself, maybe it's a private driving school, and what they do is they add a nominal fee onto the cost of the driver's ed class. So for us, that nominal fee right now is $10 per student. The family pays that fee when they register for the class, and after we do our presentation, then we invoice that school or that community ed, whoever it is, for our portion. That way we don't have to deal with folks who don't have money at the door, people that have bad checks, and it really simplifies the process. And what we have found is that's a fee that works for us right now to help us to be able to sustain the program and meet the demands for the resources that are required to do what we need to do. It actually is a great model of something that started out with grant funding, is really important, the community believes in it, and so the community itself supports it. The people who are utilizing that program are supporting the program. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, that does seem like a win-win. Right now, there really is momentum in terms of the parent meeting movement. In Minnesota specifically, there's some new legislation relating to that. I would love to know your thoughts about what that means for all of us.
Right. Minnesota has seen the importance of parents' involvement in the driver's ed process and have recognized some of the success of programs that have involved parents. And so, what they have done legislatively is that there needs to be an option for parents to take a 90-minute parent-teen education component of when teens go through their 30 hours of classroom training. A parent-teen program needs to be made available to them. And one of the benefits for parents of attending that class is that it actually will make a difference on the number of practice hours that the teen is required to have as far as supervised driving. So if a teen does not have a parent who attends a parent-teen educational seminar, they are required to have 50 hours of supervised driving, 15 of which are nighttime hours. If a teen has a parent who has gone through the parent education component, then they are required to have 40 hours of supervised driving, 15 of which are night. It's important to know that that is actually, both of those are an increase in the number of supervised driving hours that the state is now requiring, which is a good thing for the state of Minnesota and for our young drivers. Every state is able to set the number of required hours themselves, and 30 hours is on the lower spectrum of what we see nationally. So it's exciting to see Minnesota stepping up, moving again in the right direction in keeping our teens safer on the roads.